Hi guys, for this week's ROM of the Week for the Galaxy Note 5, check out Tekxodus N5 by XA user TechHD. This is a pretty solid ROM you can install on the T-Mobile, Canadian Galaxy Note 5, and also the international N920C. Also, you can actually install on S6 Edge Plus, the one ending in G928T. I think that's the T-Mobile model. Alright, you can install all those different models. For this video, I'm going to show you how to install it on your T-Mobile Note 5 and all the Note 5 models. Alright, this ROM is pretty cool. Let me go ahead and show you the settings menu first. You'll see that it's got this 2-column. It comes with Dolby Audio, Viper for audio, Viper for Android, Beats Audio, Ad Away if you want to block ads. If you play a lot of games, that's a great way to block ads. Also, you have some nice CPU control you can fiddle with. I actually wouldn't recommend to mess with it unless you know how to do this. For example, there's actually 4 cores that run fast, the A57 and then the A53, I think. So if you go A5 here, you can increase your maximum frequency. But I don't actually recommend messing with it because you want to mess with the voltage. If you're used to messing around with your CPU on your computer, then you can go ahead and start overclocking or even undervolting, underclocking to get better battery life. But for most people, I would just say leave it alone. That would be fine. The launcher itself is slightly modified, as you can see here. The icons are a little bit smaller. Everything is actually really zippier than stock. So all the delays, animations have been removed. This ROM is actually pretty feature packed. Alright, there is a TechX control where you can go ahead and enable memory cleaner. That might give you better performance. Alright, you can change the DPI of your ROM. You can also toggle the air command if your S Pen breaks. You just don't want to use it, you can do that. That's pretty much it. I mean, there's a ton. And also when you install new apps, it will actually ask for the permissions. Also, you'll notice the status bar is a lot different. Alright, you have a ton of options here. So which is pretty cool. There's a power button here you can also press. This ROM is really feature packed, but what I like about it isn't all the features, but it's really fast, much faster than stock. So definitely check this one out. I'll show you how to install it complete. Let's say you're coming complete from stock. You don't have to root it. You just install the clock. You have to install the twerp recovery, custom recovery, and then you can go ahead and install the ROM. Now, with all of the Note 5 ROMs for the T-Mobile model and the Canadian model, I haven't been able to boot it without a custom kernel, so that's one of the things you may want to be aware. So do install the Sky High kernel. I'll show you how to do all of this. So first, let's imagine you're coming from a stock ROM. All right, then what you want to do, and also go ahead and turn off your fingerprint sensor if you want to make a backup, because if you make a backup with your fingerprint sensor on, it screws it up and you can't recover your data. I'll also show you fail-safe method. Also, by doing this, you'll lose Samsung Pay. There's actually no current known method. I thought there was. There's no way to actually recover your Samsung Pay once you root it. So be aware that once you install custom ROM, you'll never be able to use Samsung Pay again, because it's built-in hardware. Alright, first thing you'll want to do, go to About Device. It may look a little bit different if you're on stock ROM, but I'm going to go ahead and show you. And go to the build number and hit it a bunch of times until it says developer is turned on, something like that. And then you'll have developer option menu. Alright, and make sure OEM unlock is on. Alright, OEM unlock is on. Make sure your fingerprint sensor is turned off if you want to make a backup. And this is pretty much, if you're coming from stock, you don't know anything about this ROM, go ahead and do that. And also, before you do this, make sure if you're on stock, make sure you're updated to the latest software update, because this is based on, I think, one of the later updates. It's a good practice to do so. Alright, then we're going to go ahead and do volume down, center home, and power. Alright, until it says you get a warning sign, hit the volume up. It says you're downloading. This is called the download Odin mode. We're going to go ahead and connect it to a computer. You'll need a Windows computer or something that supports Windows, something like VMware. Alright, sorry for the angle, but I want to get this video out. So all you want to do is download the ROM, alright, and go ahead and download the kernel for your model of Note 5, alright, and also you'll need to download twerp for your model of Note 5 or S6 Edge. I also have the files. Just go to my site. I'll have all the files you need. So you need twerp, you need the ROM, you also need the kernel, you also need Odin 3, this one here. I'll have the links to that. Go ahead and double click and unzip it, and you'll get a folder called Odin 3 v3.10.6. Alright, and also if you don't have drivers installed, you'll have to also download Samsung USB drivers, run that, and you should be good to go. So double click there. We're gonna go to Odin 3 right here. Alright, once you see Odin here, you're going to go ahead and choose AP, go to your download folder, choose twerp. We're going to go ahead and install custom recovery, hit open. So I forgot to tell you, before that, go ahead and copy over both the ROM file, the kernel. Copy both of these files onto your Note 5 before you do this. That way you don't have to restart your phone, so we can go straight to it. So go ahead and download and copy the ROM and the kernel to anywhere in the storage on your phone. Alright, you should see this blue highlighted sign if you have the proper drivers installed. Like I said, if you don't have that, download the USB drivers, install it, try restarting your computer, and restart Odin, and you should get this. Alright, this is very important. Sometimes when you run this, the system will write over these custom recovery. So what we're going to do is we're going to go, as soon as this finishes, we're going to go ahead and hold down volume up, center home, and the power button. Alright, so I'll show you. Ready? Start. Alright, wait till it goes all the way up. Hit the volume up, center home, and the power. Like that. And let go of the power button. Keep holding down the volume up. And this will enter you into twerp recovery. This is the ninja way to do it. Alright, so first thing we're going to do, we're going to back up everything in your stock ROM. We don't need our computer anymore. So go to backup and go ahead and swipe. Make sure you have enough internal storage. Swipe to backup. Alright, this will allow you to restore whatever you had on your stock ROM, your apps, your settings, everything. So you'll be able to restore it if something goes wrong, or maybe you don't like the custom ROM, you can go ahead and back up. And also, if you don't have enough internal storage, you can get a USB OTG cable, and you can go ahead and choose USB OTG to save it to your USB flash drive if you want, since this takes a lot of space. So go ahead and swipe to back up, and that will back up everything if you have enough space. And later on, if you have any problems, you can go ahead and reboot into twerp, go to restore, go ahead and restore whatever your stock ROM you had, and you'll go back exactly the way your phone was. It's sort of like time machine. So once you have backed up your phone, then now we can wipe. You can also skip the backup step if you don't need the stock ROM, but I'm just telling you. And also you can use Titanium Backup app to back up all of your apps, but that one you will have to also root your phone. But this method, I'm just showing you how to install a new ROM without rooting. I'm going straight into installing. So go ahead and do wipe. Go to advanced wipe. Just choose system there. Alright, that will wipe your system. Alright. And then you can go ahead and wipe and do a wipe to factory reset, just to be sure. That sort of makes it super clean. Alright, next you're going to go to install. And go to your download folder, or sorry, wherever you put the files. I put it actually in my main directory here. And you're going to go ahead and install the ROM file here. Alright, confirm flash. And for some Note 5 models, you may not have to install the kernel, but it took me all day yesterday trying to figure out why my phone wasn't booting. I tried like all the custom ROMs for the T-Mobile Note 5 and I was like, what's going on? So the only way to fix that right now is to use a custom kernel. It works fine after that. So when this is done, we're going to go ahead and install the custom kernel, boot, wait, and we should be on the new ROM. So this way, you'll be able to install, you'll be able to go straight from whatever ROM you have to this, custom ROM, and also make a backup, and you can always restore it. Now, if for some reason you end up in a boot loop, what you can do is hold down power and the volume down, keep holding it down until your phone reboots, and then as soon as it reboots, hold down volume up, center home, and the power. All right. Just like that, and let go of the power button when you see the red sign up above, and then you'll enter into twerp recovery and you can go to restore. Alright, that's done. I'm gonna go ahead and install the kernel. Again, this is sort of optional. You can go ahead and try it without installing it, but if it fails, you can go ahead and reboot into twerp recovery, install the kernel. So that installed the kernel, reboot, and we should be good to go. But this is pretty much the fail-safe method, right, that you can do and install a custom ROM on your Note 5. Again, this will work for the T-Mobile Canadian International 920C and also the S6 Edge for T-Mobile. I'll have all the files you need, so just make sure you use correct files for your model because twerp recovery is different for the different models. For all the Note 5, it's the same, but for S6 Edge, it'll be different. And the kernel may be different, but the ROM file is actually same for all the different models because it's made for all the different phones. And that's the boot up screen. So I'll be back when this completely boots, and I'll give you a time of how long it took me. Hi guys, it actually took me about 8 minutes, but once you get to this point, you should be good to go. And you can go ahead and sign in, and you can see I don't get any errors. So that's how you install it. Do check it out, and if you end up you don't like it, like I told you, I'll show you real quick. You can go ahead and power off, and you can go ahead and hit the volume up, center home, and power. Hold it down until you see the logo. Let go of the power button. Keep holding down volume up, center home. Let go when you see Team Win. Go to restore that. Or what you can also do, maybe you want to just go back and get something that you lost in your original ROM, back up your current ROM, the new ROM, and then you can go ahead and restore the other ROM. You can also use this to switch between ROMs, so it's a very useful way. So make sure you know how to use backup restore, how to install. Basically, you learned everything about how to install a new ROM, backup, and restore ROM in this video. So don't forget to hit thumbs up. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, Instagram, Periscope, and as always, stay on Android.